All right, welcome back. Let's go ahead and talk about graphing vertical and horizontal lines. So we know that a function usually takes the form of y equals some number times x plus or minus another number, right? Usually. We don't really know what those numbers are. They could be anything. What I want to talk about now, there is so y equals is usually going to be some kind of line that has a positive or a negative slope. It's some kind of function. It's not wavy. It's not crazy. It has this standard direction and format. What I want to talk about a little bit is what happens when you have just x equals a number or y equals a number. Can you graph that? Well, yeah, you can graph that. And understanding how and why you can graph that is going to be important. So let's talk about it. When we talk about graphing these kinds of numbers, I'm going to have terrible graphs here, but we're going to envision that that's a perfect graph. What I want to find is all the places where the x part of the coordinate pair is 3. So I want to know where 3, 1 is, where 3, 2 is, 3, 3, 0, and so on and so forth. So every place where x is 3, here's an 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 x is 3. We could graph all of these x is 3s, but what it's going to look like if we connect all these dots is it's just going to be a straight up and down line, right? So when you're graphing x equals, it's very simply, where is the line where all of the x's are 3? Now, the other thing about this is, does this graph right here, does this pass our vertical line test? Well, yeah, sure, here it's right fine, here it's fine, here it's fine. Oh no, that is very much not fine, right? The point of the vertical line test is, can I draw a straight up and down line without touching a line more than once? Well, it touches the line an infinite number of times right there. So is x equals 3 a function? No. Can we graph it? Oh yeah, sure. So this still follows our functions are y equals stuff. It still follows our rule that all functions have a y equals mx plus b slope-intercept format. Okay, so we've covered x equals 3. Let's do another example real quick. If I have a graph and I want to graph x equals -5, I have to remember that, oh, that's right, this is a special thing. X equals -5 is where all of the x's are -5. So where is x equals -5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backwards. It's kind of right here. Here's an x equals -5. Here's an x equals -5. And here, and here, and here. All of these have an x equals -5 part. And so it's going to be a straight up and down line right here. So what about like y equals 1? How do I graph that? Well, I just simply am going to find all the places where the y is 1. Doesn't matter what the x is, where is the y 1? Well, right here is 0, 1. Here's 1, 1. Here's 2, 1. -2, 1. 5, 1. And I can connect all these dots, and that makes a horizontal line. So I can really easily graph y equals a number by recognizing that it has no slope. It's just going to be this flat line at all of the spots where the y portion of the coordinate pair is 1. So this is actually going to be one of the easiest assignments once you accept the fact that, yes, this is just how it is, and this is how you're going to solve it. So let's take a look at number 1 on your worksheet. Oh, we already almost did it. So if I have this graph, the thing I want to graph is x equals 5. Where are all of the 5 x parts? X-axis deals with side-to-side movement, so I'm going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5, 0, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, -1, 5, -2, 5, -3, and I can say, oh, I see a pattern here. All of my x equals, all of my parts where x is 5 are right here. It's this up and down line. And I can remember it's an up and down line because it's not a function, right? Not a function, can be graphed. Okay, number 2, y equals 3. Well, 1, 2, 3, my y is my up and down. It's a positive 3, so it's everywhere where my y's are 3. So it's just the straight horizontal line. And that's all it is. So this should be really super duper easy so long as you remember that rule of, well, I'm looking for the line that contains all of the x equals 5s. I'm looking for the line that contains all of the y equals 3s. Let me know if you have any questions or if you know something that works better for you, and we'll see you soon.